Hello, it's me again. I wanted to do my 11-week vlog. I had an appointment a couple days ago. I think it was right on 11 weeks. So today I think I'm 11 weeks and 2 days. I wanted to do the vlog that day. I kept bringing the webcam recorder up on YouTube, and then I'd sit there and stare at myself for a while, like laughing at how I chewed my food or whatever I was doing at the time. And then when I finally decided to start, my daughter started screaming, and when I picked her up to calm her down, she threw up all over the two of us. So then I had to clean us and clean the floor, and then I wasn't feeling well. I wasn't feeling well for a couple, like that day and the day after being thrown up on. So today, the YouTube webcam, there's a fly in here. The YouTube webcam is not working right. It was, and then I did something, I messed up and went to restart, and now it won't work right. So a few things, other than being sick. Oh, that same day the toilet overflowed, and it had to have, I flushed the toilet and ripped a G diaper to throw in there and dropped it in there, and then it started overflowing. So then I've got what was in there before plus a dirty diaper. It was a mess. I still haven't cleaned the bathroom the way I'd like it to be cleaned after that, but after that, of course, I got threw up on, so I couldn't deal with more nastiness. I've been having chills since my appointment. They started when I was leaving, and I think that maybe my daughter and I had some virus or something. Cravings. I really wanted some Cracker Barrel chicken and dumplings. There aren't any in California. At least not that I know of. I've looked, so I don't think they're there. So we went on a trip over the weekend to Arizona, where my husband's from. I looked up all the Cracker Barrels along the way, and he was not hungry when we were on our way back. He's like, I don't think we're gonna need to stop before we run out of Cracker Barrels. And I was like, oh man. But my daughter ended up convincing him we needed to stop, and I got to enjoy my chicken and dumplings. She liked them too. Today somebody mentioned grits, and I was so disappointed that I didn't have grits when I was at Cracker Barrel, because I'm not going to get them here. I'll have to buy and make my own or something. Other cravings. I don't know that it's a pregnancy craving. While we were in Arizona, I wanted EGs. But I want EGs whenever we're there, because it's good. Frozen. It's like a slushy smoothie thing. I like the lemon. Yum. Something I wanted to mention before but forgot about it or something was I saw someone mention the diet for the Bradley method of birth. I was kind of like, well, I'm not really interested. I've already had 2 natural births. I don't think I need to look into the Bradley method, but the diet I looked that up and it looks really good, so I'm thinking I'm gonna try that. The person who mentioned it said that you need 80 to 100 grams of protein a day, and that was really hard. And for some reason, when I wrote it down, I wrote 60, and I was like, that's not hard. I get that before dinner. Not regularly, but with all the milk I drank yesterday, I was doing good. So that's something I'm gonna watch. I reserved it at our library, so they'll text me when they have it. And it's called, the one I could get my hands on is the husband coached birth or something like that. And my husband has not prepared for either one of the births so far at all. Like, he's supportive of me, and that's what I need. But he hasn't prepared in any way whatsoever. He's just there. My daughter, I had her at home. He was he was boiling water because he filled the tub with cold water. So I couldn't get in it. So he's boiling water and writing an email to someone. So he's got so much stuff going on, and I'm like in labor sitting next to the tub telling him it's too cold. And he came in to dump some water in the tub, and I was like, oh yeah, I think that's warm enough, I can get into it. And then I was like, oh no, I'm not moving, I need a mirror. So I told him where the mirror was, and he got me the mirror, and I said, oh good, it's a head. And then the next contraction, there she was. And he was like standing in the doorway going, are you sure you should be doing that? I was like, so yeah, that was our second one, and he just was not prepared at all. So I think maybe when I check it out, maybe he'll at least look at it, since it says something about husband coaching or some. Maybe he'll look at it, maybe he won't. I've been wanting to have him check out no, I can't even think of it. The Business of Being Born. This wingding thing is driving me nuts. My hair's really bad. I'm taking my opportunity to take an uninterrupted shower during nap time to make this video, and I'm rambling. Yeah, I've been wanting to check that out since I was pregnant with my daughter. I think I heard about it when I was pregnant with my son, but I wasn't really interested. I didn't prepare for my son either, so I was just like, this is what I'm doing, and I do what I say I'm gonna do. So he probably got that, like, from me, like, you don't need to prepare. I don't know if you can see that. There's this tiny fly. So I've put that on reserve. I'm gonna get that when the library texts me. There's 5 in the public library system here. 5 you can check out, and none of them were checked out. So I think if I decide to keep it, like renew it, it's not going to be a big deal. And she's waking up. So much for uninterrupted shower or uninterrupted video. During our trip, I definitely was not drinking enough. But I'm doing a lot better now that we're back. And I've cleaned out the fridge so I can keep my gallon of water in there, and that really helps, just having a gallon of cold water to get from every time I want to drink. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know if I can do a belly shot. gonna try. Just pressed buttons. Didn't do anything. Can't really see if I'm in there or not. Yeah, I can see that. The dark against the white. It's not much there really. Just bloat yet. I think she's done crying, but I don't know that I have much more to mention. Oh, at the appointment, I didn't get a good heartbeat. There was a lot about the appointment. I really love the midwives there. The one I was nervous about, the one that called me and was like, oh yeah, well you can talk to your midwife about your vitamin D being low. And then she was the midwife I was going to see the next time. She's a lot older than she sounded like on the phone. And I think she's at the point where she doesn't see a big deal in bringing anything up. Unless it's a big deal. Like, there's no reason to make a big deal out of slightly low vitamin D, as long as you're doing something about it to bring it back up and taking your vitamins and stuff. There's no reason to get all crazy about it. So I liked her, and the student midwife, though there were two student midwives, one I'd met before and one a newer one, and she's newer, so she didn't really do anything. She was just sitting in. But the student midwife did most of the appointment again, and she couldn't find the heartbeat. She was searching too high. And the midwife got up and she's like, well, you just gotta find the uterus and find the baby. And they're like, you can find the baby when it's that small? And she's like, oh yeah. And she put the Doppler right on the baby, like 3 times, and we'd hear like the quick, like 2 heartbeat, like real fast, and then it'd be gone, and she'd have to find the baby again. But she couldn't get it to hold still long enough to get a heartbeat, like the rating, the heart rate. So I wasn't that disappointed, because I know some people won't even try until 12 weeks. Ew, there's a mosquito hawk in my house. We were grilling last night, so the back door was open and I knew there was one in the house, but now I see it. Yeah. I guess that's about it. I'd like to complain, but I'd like to kind of remain positive too about some of the stuff. I'm thinking of doing Old Wives' Tale gender predictor thing. I might do that later this week, or I might do it next week. My next appointment isn't for 5 weeks because they want me to see a specific midwife, and she's always on vacation when my appointments are up. Not this time, but like last time, when they're like, oh, you haven't seen this midwife, you need to see her. They're like, oh, she's gonna be on vacation when you need to see her. I'm really looking forward to that one. She's the one that when I met her and my son met her, he wanted to sit in her lap and just be with her, and that's what made me choose that midwife group, because I really trust children's opinions of people. So, and my husband never met her because she's hard to have appointments with when you want them. So I'm really looking forward to my next appointment because he should be able to go to that. I guess that's it.